So hello students, welcome back to the online lecture series for building material and construction technology. Today's topic will be method of burning. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the manufacturing of clay brick. Okay, now there was a process there which is known as burning. So the burning of bricks are of mainly two types. First is clamp burning, second is clean burning. We further have some subcategories in these two terms. So first of all, we will study that what is a clamp burning. As from the name itself, clamp means to put things above each other. So the basic highlights for the clamp burning is it is a temporary structure. Basically, it is not permanent, it is a temporary structure, trapezoidal in shape with a slope of 15 degree, and the total height of clamp is 3 to 4 meters. So it looks like this. This slope is 15 degree. Okay, and the height is 3 to 4 meter. Okay, and second point for clamp, the clamp is completely constructed. It is plastered with mud, and the clamp is allowed to burn for a period of 1 month. So it takes much time here. Okay, so for clamp burning it takes around 1 month. And third point is then it is allowed to cool for some time and the burned bricks are taken out from the clamp. Then for taking out the bricks we have to cool down that clamp for some time and then bricks are taken out. And the last point is it is manufactured up to 1 lakh bricks continuously. So the production rate is high as compared to the time period which take. Okay, but in this the burning should be controlled. Okay, so let's move forward. The second type of burning will be clean burning. Okay, here clean is a structure in which the burning are of two types. First is intermittent clean burning and second one is continuous clean. Okay, so in clean burning it is a permanent structure. So the basic difference between clean burning and the clamp burning is the clamp is a temporary structure and whereas clean is a permanent structure which is of two types. Okay, first is intermediate clean burning. In this the clean is called intermittent because the process of loading, preheating, firing, cooling, unloading, cleaning is done in a series. Mean it is a continuous process. So the process involves loading, preheating, firing, cooling, unloading and cleaning. It is done in a series, it is done in a certain time. Okay, second point is it is rectangular in shape, whereas the clamp burning was trapezoidal in shape. It is rectangular in shape and it can be underground or it can be on the ground. Okay, the wide doors are provided at each end for loading and unloading. So there are two separate doors for loading and unloading. After the loading of clean, it is fired and it is loaded and unloaded for the next. Okay, so this process is in a series. So the loading and unloading is done simultaneously when the bricks are burned. Since wall gets cooled during the reloading time, clean are to be heated again during the next firing. So the heating process is to be done again because at the time of reloading or unloading the clean gets cooled, so we have to heat it again for the next batch. Okay, after this another type of clean in clean burning is continuous clean. Okay, so the word defined here, it is continuous. It means the loading, preheating, firing, cooling, unloading and cleaning is done parallelly, whereas in the intermittent clean burning it was done in a series. So in continuous clean it is done parallelly. So it is further of two types. First is bull trench kiln. It is oval shape structure like a bull shape. It is a oval shape. It manufactures around 2.5 lakhs bricks continuously. So the rate of production is much higher than the clamp burning. Third is the initial cost of this kiln is very low and percentage of brick is about 80 to 90%. Okay, so the quality which comes out from the bull trench kiln is very good. So 80 to 90% is of good quality. Okay, and second one in continuous kiln is Hoffman kiln. Okay, it is perfectly continuous because separate doors are provided in each chamber. So for chamber like loading, unloading, firing, there are separate doors. So it is a perfectly continuous type and it manufactures up to 10,000 bricks per day. Okay, so the rate of production is high as compared to others. Fire is under control in this kiln, so it is uneconomical than others. Okay, so the kiln, Hoffman kiln, is uneconomical than others. So there is a note that chuffs is a defect in bricks which are formed in bull trench method. So there is a disadvantage of bull trench method here. So the term chuff occurs, which is a defect in brick. So it occurs when bricks are in contact with rainwater and destroyed. So okay, so it is termed as chuffs. So in Hoffman there is a defect. Okay, so further we have classification of bricks. So bricks are classified into 4 classes. Okay, so when the bricks come out from this kiln, they are further classified into classes. So the first serial number is class 1 brick. So this is the very good quality brick. These bricks are well burnt, okay, and has a sharp edge, so it attains a quality of a good quality brick. Second one is when two bricks are struck against each other, they produce a metallic sound. So this is a test for brick in the field. So when two bricks are stuck again, if it produces a metallic sound, it is termed as first class brick. The minimum compressive strength of these bricks are 10 to 10.5 Newton per mm square. Okay, or 10 to 10.5 megapascal. It's minimum. It can go high also, but this is the minimum value for compressive strength, and it does not absorb more than 20% of water of its weight. So the percentage of water which is absorbed by the brick shows there are voids inside. If it is soaking much amount of water, then shows that it is having voids in it. So these bricks are generally cherry red in color. So the perfect for a good quality brick is cherry red. Okay, so where are these bricks generally used? It is used for exterior walls, mainly the bricks or the wall which are facing outside, where plastering is not required. So if you are placing first class brick at your walls, so you can skip the plastering process also. Second, class 2 brick. These bricks are under burnt and ground molded. So these are the bricks which are formed when temperature is low as compared to the first class brick, and so small cracks are permitted and the edges are not sharp of this bricks. Means it is not sharp as the first quality brick. Its minimum compressive strength is 7 to 7.5 Newton per mm square. So there is a decrease as compared to first quality brick. So around 3 megapascal strength is decreased as compared to the first class brick. Water absorption is around 22% of the total weight. So the water percentage is also increased by 2% as compared to first quality brick. It is used in internal and external wall where plastering is to be required. Okay, if you are placing class 2 bricks at the external walls, so you have to do the plastering also to save it from the rain. If okay, third is class 3 bricks. These bricks are ground molded. Okay, it is molded by hand and sometimes underburnt and sometimes overburnt. So both underburnt and overburnt bricks can come in the class 3 bricks category. So these bricks are soft and reddish yellowish in color. So the color defines its quality. If the brick is cherry red, then it is a first class brick, and if it is reddish yellowish in color, so if it is reddish yellowish in color, it will show a class 3 brick. So when these class 3 bricks are struck against each other, they produce a dull sound. Whereas if the bricks are of first class, then it will create a metallic sound. Okay, the minimum compressive strength is 5 to 5.5 Newton per m square. So it is decreased as compared to first and second class, and the water absorption is around 25% of weight. So the water content or water absorption is increased. So it shows that there are voids as compared to the above two class. Okay, and the fourth one is overburnt bricks. It is also known as chama bricks in common terminologies. So basically these bricks are irregular in shape and overburnt. So the overburnt bricks comes under the fourth class brick, or you can say it overburnt bricks. So these are dark gray in color and it has low porosity. Okay, so the color defines that it is a overburnt brick or class 4 brick. The minimum compressive strength is 1.5 Newton per m square, which is very low. So it is used in foundation work, or you must have seen that when you are placing your floor, you place the broken bricks below for making the surface. So it is also used there. So after that, there are some engineering properties of brick which are to be known to every student. So it is in journal, it is not fixed to a certain class, it is in journal. So first, the flexural strength. You have studied that compressive strength for first class brick is more than compared to the overburnt, but the flexural strength or tensile strength of the brick should be 2 Newton per mm square. Okay, the shear strength should be 50 to 70 kg per centimeter square, or 5 to 7 Newton per mm square, or Newton mm square can be written as megapascal. Size, as I've already told you in the previous lecture, that there are generally two size and another one is the traditional size. So the standard size is 19 into 9 into 9 centimeter. This is the size when you take a brick in your hand. Okay, another one is modular size. The modular size is when you place the brick in the masonry or in the formation of wall. So it becomes 20 into 10 into 10. So 1 centimeter in all the three edges are added for the thickness of mortar, okay, or the plaster that is to be put for joining these bricks. And the third one is traditional size, which is commonly used in daily life. It is 22.9 into 11.6 into 7.4 centimeter. All dimensions are in centimeter. So okay, so fourth point is the size of frog. So there is a new term here, frog. So what is frog? Frog, you must have seen in the brick that there is a depression here, or indent you can say it, so where the company mark or some name is written. So it is known as frog. So what is its importance, why it is to be provided? Frog is provided to give a hold to the brick when placed in the masonry or wall. So when we place a brick above each other, so if there is no frog here, so then the bricks will slip in case of force applied. So when the frog is provided, the mortar is filled in the indent as well as in the between the two bricks. So it gives a hold between the two bricks, or you can say it increases the bonding between two bricks. Okay, so it is given here. It is important also. So what is the size of this frog? So frog size is 10. This is 10, 4, 4 centimeter wide, and 1 or 2 centimeter in depth. Okay, so this is a size to be remembered. It comes in the exam also. So another important feature or engineering property of brick is what is its density. Okay, density should be 1600 to 1900 kg per meter cube. What is the number of bricks when it is placed in a 1 meter cube or 1 cubic meter structure? So it comes out to be 500 in number. So 500 bricks can form a 1 cubic meter volume. Okay, and specific gravity should be 1.78. Weight of one brick is around 2.5 to 3.5 kg depending upon the class of that brick. And number of bricks in a standard truck comes out to be 4000. So when you are ordering bricks for your home or for your site, so you can roughly get an estimate that one truck contains around 4 bricks. So from this calculation you can order the number of trucks. Okay, so after that there is a dimension test. So for dimension test, the 20 number of bricks are to be taken for sampling. So the standard length when measured for 20 bricks, it should come around 380 centimeter plus minus 12 centimeter. Here plus minus 12 is the tolerance value. Okay, it is tolerance value. Okay, so it means that this much part can vary as per the site conditions or as per the quality. Okay, after that standard width when taken for 20 numbers, it should be 180 centimeter plus minus 6 centimeter, and like this height should be 180 centimeter plus minus 6 centimeter. So this plus minus values gives that it can vary as per the site condition. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.